Hello and welcome to tutorial number 45 in the Microsoft Visual Basic.NET programming tutorials, and this tutorial is going to be a follow-up of the previous tutorial where we used the open file dialog, and we're just going to use the save file dialog just to make sure we've covered that as well. Now, in the previous tutorial we didn't actually open a file, we just took the name of the file the user selected. Well, in this one with the save file dialog, we're going to take the name of the file the user selects, and then we're actually going to save the txt file. So, go ahead and create a new project. Save file dialog, save txt. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to rename this save file. And we're going to add a text box, multi-line, and just going to add a button, save. Okay, so now that we've done this, we can add our save file dialog tool. And as we went over in the previous tutorial, we can edit certain settings in the properties, such as file name, filter, initial directory. Well, for this one, we're just going to say the filter is going to be txt files star.txt. You should know what this means because you went over this in the previous tutorial. Oops, I need to just make this a bit bigger. Okay, text files, txt files, and then the little weird line star.txt, with a line all files, and then star.star. That'll be our filter, and initial directory is going to be C folder test, which I've already created this folder, by the way, so just use whatever folder you want here. Okay, so now that we've edited the settings of the save file dialog, we can go ahead and click save, double click, and start the coding right now. In about 2 tutorials ago, I think it was, we went over how to save the contents of a text box to a txt file. You should know how to do this now, so I'm going to just go over that code without explaining it because you should already know it. That's not the point of this tutorial, but if you don't know it, go back now and watch the tutorial on saving a text file using the stream reader. Okay, so actually first of all we're going to need to double click save file dialog, and then we have our 2 coding spaces here. So in the first one, we want to say save file dialog 1.show dialog. Similar to the previous tutorial, all this is going to do is open up the save as window. Okay, now when we click OK on the save file, first of all we want to take the name of the file we select. So we're just going to declare a new string, declare file to save as a string equals save file dialog 1.file name. So what this is this is just, as in the previous tutorial we explained, the file that the user selects. Say they say we want to save it as 123.txt, it'll save it as the path and then / 123.txt. so that's all this is. And then, as you know, we can save a txt file using the stream reader. Now before I say this, I know there is an easier way to save text files and read text files, but I just wanted to go over the stream reader instead. So there's a 1-line code you can use, but I prefer using the stream reader. Okay, now so we're going to declare obj writer as new system.io.stream writer, and in brackets this is going to be the file we save it as, which we declared up here, file to save as. We could easily just put in a SaveFileDialog1.filename, but I just wanted to make it a bit neater, declare the variable up here instead. Okay, so after this, objWriter.write, I'm going to use textbox1.text because that's the text box going to write in, and then objWriter.close. Okay, so there wasn't much coding involved in that, but basically all we're doing is, first of all, we show the SaveFileDialog1, and then once the users hit OK, they've selected the file, it saves the file that they select as to the variable file to save as, and then we use this stream writer here to save the file using the file name. So go ahead and debug that. And let's just type some random shit here. Random shit. Some more random shit, and then hit save. And it opens in folder test, that same folder I created in the previous tutorial. And we'll save it as crap.txt. And that file has now saved as a text file. So that's how to use the save file dialog. It's really easy when you think about it. It's just exactly the same as the open file dialog. It just allows the user to select a file name without typing it into a text box. So save file dialog and open file dialog are really useful to use in your applications, so you should try and implement them where you can. So thanks for watching this tutorial, and if you have any questions about save file dialog, just leave a comment. If you have any suggestions or requests, leave a comment, and please like this video if you want, and subscribe for many more tutorials. Thanks.